Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now a play fake here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Down, 30 base.
50 seconds to mine. Let's go, B. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Get it ready.
They'll look to throw here. Going for it all. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Ready, set.
Watch 57.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5. It's complete. Stills. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Get your swerve on.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Come on, set.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get it.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They're complete. This is Albert Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready.
Mike 57, Mike 57. I got one.
Five.
They'll run here with Balaj. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Set up. 70, Indy.
Let's go, defense. Our time. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And, he took that thing one-handed. What a grab. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw here. And a completion to Wilson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balaj there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
Ready. 60 or.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
But you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Balaj. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he finds Stills complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They go play action here on first down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Eric Ebron there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Go. Go.
5.
They'll throw now on the final play. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. We've already punched 2 tickets to the championship round this weekend. We'll get back to you guys and punch a third in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC Divisional Round game. And it was the LA Chargers who will continue on in the playoffs as they were able to eliminate the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
Down. 10 Lobo.
Hey, we gotta get this stop here, D.
Snap.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Stills bringing it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies
Looking to throw.
Let's make these babies
On the left side, this is Stills. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to throw again. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Speed grip.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And Stills over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And now it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to...
And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for...
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now.
They'll set up to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say, meaning the normal things don't apply. All right, used to say, okay, there's a tight end going out. We're either going to put a big linebacker on him or maybe a safety and call it a...
And oh, he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
54. Target.
Balaj. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up a throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, 31 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow.
Ready?
54, right there. 54, Mike. Go.
Ready.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Last stop.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go. 10 logo.
Now a play fake here on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Stills. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. A third down gain of 19. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
15 line. 15 line.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll drop the throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well.
And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
54. Mike, 54.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Ready, ready.
A draw play now. Balaj. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, it's Balaj.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time it's 3rd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This will come down the hands of the...
Here we go, here we go. 10-2 soft.
Hey, watch the slant.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And oh, what a catch there by Allen. 23 yards on the play. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Get a 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Mike 54.
Here it comes, here it comes.
Now a handoff here to his running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now second and 6.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
Don't get nervous.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs...
On the set.
Mike 57. It's going to be a long day. Let's
Hit it.
Here's a run with Balaj, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
That's it, baby.
And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Ready, ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.